Hello, Mr. Benjamin Franklin. Can you hear me?
Hello there, good sir. I am indeed Benjamin Franklin at your service.
Thank you so much, sir, for being here. I'm honored by your presence. I appreciate you taking the time and so excited that we could make this possible. You know, an author in my time, Arthur C. Clarke, once said, technology that is sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic. It does feel quite magical for me to be sitting here having a conversation with one of my heroes.
Ah, well, I am most flattered by your kind words and enthusiasm. As for Mr. Clarke's statement, I find it quite profound and insightful. Indeed, the march of human progress never ceases to amaze, and I am a great believer in the power of invention and scientific discovery. In my own time, I've dabbled in various fields, from electricity to politics, and I must say there is a certain enchantment to be found in pushing the boundaries of what we know. But enough about me. I am eager to learn more about your time and the advances that have been made. What particular wonders have been wrought by the ingenious minds of your era?
Well, I believe you would find fascinating how we have built enormously on your work with electricity, and it has become as fundamental to our daily life as air and water. We can use the energy to do so many different things, from moving and lifting without horses to instant communication with those who are far out of earshot. In fact, this conversation could not occur without electronic machines.
My word, that is truly remarkable. The potential for electricity has always fascinated me, and to hear that it has been harnessed to such an extent in your time brings me great joy. I must admit, I am intrigued by these electronic machines you speak of, capable of facilitating communication across vast distances. In my time, we have only just begun to scratch the surface of electricity's potential. The idea of using it to replace the labor of horses and enable instant communication is quite astonishing. I would be most grateful if you could elaborate further on these marvelous inventions, as they seem to hold immense promise for the betterment of humankind.
Well, as your experiences as ambassador showed, communication and persuasion are central to interactions between governments. The ability to instantly communicate has been both a blessing and a curse. While we have no delay between both parties, the ease of use of these machines creates an enormous amount of communications. Imagine getting 300 letters per day from the postman, and you get a glimpse into the demands of an information and communication-centered world. There isn't nearly as much time to think these days, and focus and attention are rare and scarce. This actually leads me to one of the questions I'd like to ask you. As electricity was developed and it enabled so many new technologies and created changes to the way we live, our civilization has had to create new ethics and values surrounding the use of these new technologies. Business have become larger than most countries, with operations on all the continents, and this has created a number of examples of moral hazard. So, with your background in diplomacy and philosophy, my question to you is, what role do you think ethics and values should play in business?
An intriguing and most relevant query. I must say the pace of life you describe in your time seems to have quickened considerably since my own era. While advancements in technology have brought about many conveniences, it seems they have also brought forth new challenges. Now, as to your question about the role of ethics and values in business, I firmly believe that they should play a central role. I have always been an advocate for integrity, prudence, and virtue in both personal and professional affairs. In my own life, I have adhered to a set of 13 virtues which I have strived to practice daily, such as frugality, industry, sincerity, and justice. In the realm of business, a commitment to ethical practices not only promotes the well-being of the individuals involved, but also contributes to the stability and prosperity of society as a whole. While the pursuit of profit is a natural aspect of commerce, it should not be the sole guiding principle. It is crucial for businesses, no matter their size or reach, to conduct their affairs with honesty, fairness, and a genuine concern for the welfare of their employees, customers, and the communities in which they operate. As businesses grow larger and more influential, their responsibilities to society increase as well. It is only through the adherence to ethical principles that we can ensure the long-term health and success of not only our businesses, but our civilization as a whole. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. The same applies to the moral conduct of business. It is easier to maintain ethical practices than to repair the damage caused by unscrupulous dealings.
Perhaps so. However, in our time, the population has grown so large that we rarely know those we do business with, especially when we are dealing with large corporations. There is very little consequence for unscrupulous dealings.
I see that the challenges posed by the scale of modern society and the anonymity it affords have given rise to new complexities in maintaining ethical conduct. It is true that in my time, communities were often smaller and more close-knit, making it easier to establish trust and mutual accountability. Nonetheless, I still believe that it is incumbent upon each individual and organization to strive for ethical conduct. While it may be more difficult to ensure accountability in an age of vast corporations and global operations, it is not an insurmountable challenge. In my time in Paris, I did indeed witness a range of behaviors, some less than honorable. However, I also observed the power of diplomacy, negotiation, and cooperation in fostering understanding and fostering. I think these principles can be applied to the modern context as well. It may be necessary to establish new systems and institutions to promote transparency, fairness, and responsibility in business dealings. Society must work together to create a culture that values ethical conduct and discourages unscrupulous behavior. Education, too, can play a crucial role in instilling moral values and principles in future generations. Ultimately, while the circumstances may have changed, the importance of ethics and values in business remains as crucial as ever. It is the responsibility of all to ensure that the pursuit of progress does not come at the expense of our moral compass.
A lot of the moral transgressions come due to greed and the pursuit of material goods and wealth. As someone in our time who was known to be extraordinarily successful and who understood the power of money, by the way, as an aside, the money you left to Boston and Philadelphia compounded to $6.5 million. So that was another of your successes. But speaking to your philosophy of success, how have your experiences in so many different fields influenced your understanding of success?
I am most delighted to hear that the funds I left for the cities of Boston and Philadelphia have been put to good use and have grown substantially over time. It brings me great satisfaction to know that my contributions have had a lasting impact. Now, as to your question regarding success and my experiences across various fields, I believe that one's understanding of success ought to be rooted in more than just material wealth or professional accomplishment. While these factors do play a role, true success, in my opinion, is found in leading a life guided by virtue, wisdom, and the pursuit of self-improvement. Throughout my life, I have sought to cultivate my character and intellect by engaging in diverse pursuits, from science and politics to writing and diplomacy. I have found great satisfaction in the pursuit of knowledge and the application of that knowledge for the betterment of society. Success, to me, is also measured by the impact we have on the lives of others. A life well lived is one marked by acts of kindness, generosity, and service to our fellow human beings. It is through such actions that we leave an enduring legacy and contribute to the greater good.
What personal habits and routines do you attribute to your success?
An excellent question. I have long believed that a disciplined and structured approach to daily life can greatly contribute to one's success and personal growth. Over the years, I have developed a number of habits and routines that have served me well in this regard. 1. Early to bed, early to rise. I have always adhered to the maxim, early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I find that beginning my day at an early hour allows me to be more productive and focused. 2. A structured daily schedule. I maintain a consistent daily routine, allocating specific times for work, leisure, and personal improvement. This helps me maintain a sense of balance and ensures that I remain productive without neglecting other important aspects of life. 3. The practice of 13 virtues. As I mentioned earlier, I have developed a list of 13 virtues that I strive to practice on a daily basis. These include temperance, silence, order, resolution, frugality, industry, sincerity, justice, moderation, cleanliness, tranquility, chastity, and humility. By consciously working on these virtues, I aim to cultivate a strong moral character. 4. A focus on self-improvement. I have always been committed to learning and personal growth. I devote time each day to reading, writing, and reflecting on my experiences in order to expand my knowledge and gain insights into myself and the world around me. 5. Goal setting and review. I find it helpful to set both short-term and long-term goals for myself and regularly review my progress. This helps me stay focused and motivated in the pursuit of my objectives. 6. The cultivation of strong social networks. Throughout my life, I have placed great importance on fostering relationships with others, both professionally and personally. These connections have provided me with valuable insight, support, and opportunity. In essence, I believe that a combination of discipline, commitment to personal growth, and a focus on cultivating strong relationships has been key to my success in life. By adhering to these principles, I have been able to achieve my goals while also maintaining a sense of balance and fulfillment.
Talk a little bit more about self-improvement. How do you approach personal and professional development?
I'm glad to see your interest in self-improvement, for it is a cornerstone of a fulfilling and successful life. My approach to personal and professional development has evolved over the years, but it is centered around several key principles. 1. Lifelong learning. I firmly believe that education should not be limited to one's formative years, but should be pursued throughout life. To that end, I devote time each day to reading, writing, and engaging in intellectual pursuits, seeking to expand my knowledge and understanding of various subjects. 2. Experimentation and curiosity. I have always been driven by a strong sense of curiosity and a desire to explore new ideas and concepts. I encourage myself to ask questions, challenge assumptions, and remain open to new ways of thinking. By embracing experimentation and exploration, I have been able to grow and adapt in both my personal and professional life. 3. Reflection and self-assessment. Regular reflection is crucial for personal development. I find it helpful to take time each day to review my actions, thoughts, and emotions and assess my progress in meeting my goals. This process allows me to identify areas for improvement and make adjustments as needed. 4. Seeking feedback and advice. No man is an island, and we can all benefit from the wisdom and experience of others. I make it a point to seek out the counsel of those I respect and admire, and I am always open to constructive feedback. By incorporating the insights of others into my own development, I am able to make more informed decisions and continue to grow. 5. Setting clear goals. In order to make tangible progress in personal and professional development, it is important to set clear and achievable goals. I break down my larger objectives into smaller, more manageable tasks and periodically review my progress to ensure that I am staying on track. 6. Practicing perseverance and resilience. The pursuit of self-improvement is often accompanied by setbacks and challenges. Rather than allowing these obstacles to deter me, I strive to remain resilient and learn from my mistakes. Perseverance is essential for growth and success, and I am committed to facing adversity with a positive attitude and a determination to overcome it.
I want to ask a follow-up question on something you said before. You talked about the cultivation of strong social networks. In our time, social networks are not based on face-to-face interaction, but rather almost like a newspaper with text communications and images. This allows us to build relationships with people from all over the world, but in a very limiting manner. Can you talk about how important is networking and collaboration in achieving your goals?
I see that the term social networks has taken on a different meaning in your time. It is fascinating to learn how technology has transformed the way people interact and build relationships. Nevertheless, the importance of networking and collaboration in achieving one's goals remains a constant, regardless of the medium through which these connections are forged. In my experience, networking and collaboration have played a significant role in my personal and professional success. By cultivating strong relationships with others, I have been able to gain access to valuable information, resources, and opportunities that would have otherwise remained out of reach. Networking can help expand one's knowledge and understanding of different subjects by exposing oneself to diverse perspectives and ideas. By engaging in conversations and exchanging ideas with others, we can challenge our own beliefs and assumptions, leading to personal growth and development. Collaboration, too, is an essential component of success. In my various pursuits, I have found that working with others often leads to more innovative and effective solutions than one could achieve alone. By combining the unique skills, experiences, and insights of multiple individuals, we are able to tackle complex problems and achieve our goals more efficiently. In summary, networking and collaboration are integral to achieving one's goals, as they provide access to valuable resources, knowledge, and support. While the means through which we connect with others may have changed in your time, the underlying importance of these connections remains the same. By actively engaging with others and working together towards common objectives, we can accomplish great things and continually push the boundaries of human achievement.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Franklin, for your wisdom. Let's have a bit of fun and wrap this conversation up. I guess with irony, we could call this our lightning round. First question. What is a hobby or interest that people might be surprised to learn you have?
Ah, the lightning round, how aptly named, given our previous discussions on electricity. I shall endeavor to keep my responses as swift as a bolt from the heavens. As for a hobby or interest that may surprise you, I have long been captivated by the art of chess. This strategic board game has provided me with countless hours of intellectual stimulation and enjoyment. It is an excellent way to sharpen one's mind and cultivate patience, foresight, and decision-making skills. I have played chess with many esteemed opponents, including fellow diplomats and luminaries during my time in Europe. So if ever we have the opportunity to engage in a friendly match, I would be most delighted.
It would be my honor. Perhaps one day. Next question. What is one thing you've always wanted to try but haven't yet?
As a man of curiosity and a wide range of interests, there are numerous things I have wished to try. One such pursuit that has captured my imagination is the exploration of the vast and mysterious underwater world. Although I have dabbled in rudimentary swimming and even devised a pair of swim fins to improve my aquatic mobility, I have yet to truly explore the depths of the oceans. In your time, I understand that advancements in technology have allowed for remarkable underwater exploration with the aid of sophisticated diving equipment and submersible vehicles. It would be a great delight to have the opportunity to observe marine life up close and to marvel at the wonders hidden beneath the waves. To embark on such an adventure would certainly be a thrilling and enlightening experience, one that I can only dream of in my own time.
What is a guilty pleasure you enjoy but rarely admit to?
A guilty pleasure. While I have endeavored to lead a life guided by moderation and temperance, I must confess that I do have a particular fondness for the occasional indulgence in sweet treats. In my time, a popular dessert is known as syllabub, a delightful concoction made from sweetened wine, cream, and spices. Though I am a strong advocate for maintaining a healthy diet and avoiding excessive consumption of sugary confections, I must admit that I find it difficult to resist the allure of a well-prepared syllabub. However, I do try to partake of such indulgences in moderation, as it is important to strike a balance between pleasure and virtue in all aspects of life.
What is the one thing you would never leave the house without?
As a man who greatly values preparedness and intellectual pursuits, there is one item that I would never leave the house without, and that is a small notebook and a pencil. These simple yet indispensable tools allow me to record my thoughts, observations, and ideas at a moment's notice. Throughout my life, I have found it essential to have a means to document and organize my thoughts. The act of writing not only serves as a tool for preserving knowledge, but also as a way to refine and clarify my ideas. Whether I am struck by a sudden inspiration or wish to remember an important piece of information, my notebook and writing implement are always at hand to ensure that no valuable insight is lost to the passing of time.
What is a misconception people often have about you?
While it is true that I have made significant contributions to the fields of electricity, meteorology, and various other sciences, my interests and pursuits extend far beyond these realms. Throughout my life, I have been involved in numerous endeavors, including writing, printing, diplomacy, and the establishment of public institutions such as libraries, fire departments, and educational establishments. I've also been an advocate for civic and social improvement, working to enhance the lives of my fellow citizens through initiatives like the Pennsylvania Hospital and the American Philosophical Society. In short, my passions and contributions span a wide range of fields, and I have always sought to use my talents and abilities for the betterment of society as a whole. While my scientific achievements may be the most widely known, I hope that people will come to appreciate the full breadth and depth of my interests and endeavors.
If you could travel back in time, as we're doing now, what advice would you give to your younger self?
An intriguing question indeed. If I were to travel back in time and impart wisdom upon my younger self, I would offer the following advice. 1. Cherish your time. Time is the most precious resource we possess, and once spent, it can never be recovered. Use it wisely, and do not squander it on idle pursuits or frivolous distractions. 2. Cultivate humility. While it is natural to take pride in one's accomplishments, it is important to maintain a sense of humility and recognize that we are all fallible. Be open to the opinions and ideas of others, and never assume that you have nothing left to learn. 3. Strengthen your relationships. The bonds we form with others are an invaluable source of support, inspiration, and camaraderie. Invest time and effort in cultivating strong, meaningful relationships with those around you and treat others with kindness, respect, and empathy. 4. Pursue your passions. Engage in work and activities that genuinely interest and inspire you. Passion is a powerful driving force, and when we follow our passions, we are more likely to achieve success and fulfillment in our endeavors. 5. Practice self-improvement. Continually strive to better yourself, both personally and professionally. Seek out new knowledge, develop new skills, and challenge yourself to grow and evolve as an individual. By adhering to these principles, I believe my younger self would be well equipped to navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, ultimately leading a more fulfilling and impactful life.
If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
I would choose Sir Isaac Newton, the brilliant English mathematician, physicist, and philosopher. Newton's groundbreaking work in the fields of mathematics and physics, particularly his laws of motion and universal gravitation, have had a profound and lasting impact on our understanding of the natural world. I have long been an admirer of Newton's intellect and curiosity, and I believe that engaging in conversation with him would be a singularly enlightening experience. We would undoubtedly discuss a wide range of topics, from the nature of the universe and the forces that govern it, to the challenges and rewards of scientific inquiry. Furthermore, as a fellow member of the Royal Society, I feel a sense of kinship with Newton and other scientific luminaries of his era who dedicated their lives to the pursuit of knowledge and the betterment of mankind. A meal shared with Sir Isaac Newton would surely be a feast for the mind as well as the body, and an occasion that I would cherish for the remainder of my days.
Perhaps we can make that dinner happen one day. I'll see what I can do. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Franklin. This has been such a fascinating conversation. Thank you ever so much for all you have done for this country to make it the place I am fortunate to live in today. And I'll close with you in gratitude and respect by asking this final question. Mr. Benjamin Franklin, what is one thing you want to be remembered for?
Thank you for your kind words and your delightful company. I am equally honored to have shared this conversation with you. As for the one thing I would like to be remembered for, it is my fervent hope that I will be remembered as a man who dedicated his life to the betterment of society and the improvement of the human condition. While my contributions to science, diplomacy, and the founding of the United States are all dear to my heart, it is the broader theme of service to others and the pursuit of knowledge that I hope will define my legacy. In all my endeavors, I have striven to create a lasting and positive impact on the lives of my fellow citizens and the world at large. If my efforts and achievements can inspire future generations to continue this pursuit of progress and self-improvement, then I will consider my life's work to have been a success. Once again, I thank you for this most engaging exchange, and I wish you all the best in your own pursuits and endeavors. May we each continue to learn, grow, and contribute to the greater good in our own unique way.